Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another day of Messy Art at Home with me, your friend, Miss Christina from the Victor Farmington Library. Today's art project will be kitchen tool painting. Have you ever heard of such a thing? I bet lots of you have never done this before. And let me tell you, it's pretty cool. So what you're going to need for this project is some paper. I just used some big old scrap paper. You could use newspaper. That would be perfect for this because it'll be a nice big table covering for you. Some paint. I'm using these 2 pieces of paint that I got in my Messy Art at Home kit from the library. Those are all gone now. So if you have one, you can use your paint. If not, you will need your own paint. Now, there will be some things that you're going to need besides paint and paper. I have a paintbrush because I think I have an idea of what I'm going to need to use this for, but I'm not mostly going to be painting with this paintbrush, actually. I'm going to be painting with all this stuff. I looked into the library's kitchen. Yes, did you know the library has a kitchen where all the people who work at the library, all of us librarians, we make our lunch back there and we eat our lunch. And so we have a whole bunch of different kitchen tools. I have this little metal spatula. These are all things that I think would make a good print or mark on paper or an interesting print. So this is all just an experiment. We're gonna try it out. So I got the spatula, it's got those holes in it. A measuring cup. Maybe I can paint the bottom and stamp it on, something like that. These little tongs. A plastic fork and spoon. This spoon with a whole bunch of different size holes in it. Wonder if we could do something cool with that. This pie server cutter thing. I got a little cup. And a couple of different toothpicks. One regular toothpick, one toothpick with this plastic stuff on the end. Because I was thinking maybe we could try painting with that and see what mark it makes. This is just the bowl I held it all in. So, let's see. We're going to try all these things one at a time. So if you want to go to your kitchen and see what you can find that you think might be fun to paint with, now's a good time to pause the video. And then you can come back when you have your stuff. One thing I really wish I had was a potato masher. I meant to bring one from home just for this, but then I forgot. So, if you have a potato masher, I think you should grab that. So pause the video here if you want to go and grab some kitchen stuff, and I'll be here when you get back. Doody-doody-doody-doody-doody-doody-doo. Okay, you're back. So, I have my paint. I'm gonna open that up. I have all my tools, so I'm just gonna do them kind of one by one and see what kind of marks I can make with them. So first, I will use this regular toothpick. I'm gonna dip it in my paint and see. Oh, I could do some nice skinny little lines with that. Can you see? Nice cute little skinny lines. That's pretty cool. Kind of like a paintbrush, but not as neat. That's fun. Let's see, what else? I'm gonna use this other little toothpick, and I'm gonna see if I can paint with this stuff. Plastic on it. I'm gonna dip that in my orange paint. Got it all over there, and then I'm just gonna, oh yep, that definitely makes a different type of mark. That one's thicker. I made it a little bit squiggly. That's cool. Let's see, now what? Oh, how about a fork? So I'm gonna use orange with the fork. Let's see, I'm just gonna get the fork all in there. I'm gonna get the extra off, tap the extra off. So there's only paint on little forky, sticky outy parts. And And then I'm just gonna lay it down on the table and drag it across. Ooh, baby. Look how cool that is. It made a nice little track of evenly spaced lines. That's cool. All right, let's try another one. Let's try these tongs. So my idea for these tongs was I would just dip it in the paint and then do that on my paper. So let's see. Let's do orange with that one again. I'm just dipping this in the paint and then put the paint on there and let's see. Oh, pretty cool. Each one of these little stamps from that looks just a little bit different from each other. That's cool, and I can keep going until most of it's gone. That looks pretty cool if you ask me. All right, now what other tool is next? I don't know what I'm gonna do with this spoon. Oh, here's an idea. I'm gonna get just the back of the spoon painty. So there's nothing on the inside. Well, you can't tell because it's see-through, but it's on this side. So I'm just gonna go, ooh. That makes a nice thick mark. Kind of looks like a snake. I think I'm gonna keep going to make it look even more like a snake. And then I'm even going to, take this toothpick again. I'm gonna try to give it an orange eyeball. Right here in the middle of its face. Oh baby, look at that. There's my snake. The fun thing about process art is just you never know what's gonna happen. You never know what your thing is gonna look like, and you can just be as creative as you want. So let's see, next I'm gonna use this pie scooping spatula thing. And what I'm gonna do, so that's a little too big for these containers. So I'm gonna use my paintbrush to paint some, let's do green. I'm gonna paint some green onto the edges of this. All over. Well, let's just do one edge. We only need one edge, probably. So, you can see there's green on the edge of that. And I'm just gonna take it. Let's see. I'll take it by these other green lines. I'm just gonna rock it back and forth. And it makes a nice straight line. I'm gonna do it here, rock it back and forth. It makes a nice straight line. Maybe I'll make that into an X. Nice straight line. Oh, we're running out of paint, so I'm just gonna add a little more paint to that edge there so I can finish my X. And there we have it. You know what? Let's add some more lines. Oh yeah. Pretty good. I don't know what that looks like, but it looks cool. All right, I have 3 more tools to try. Let's try this measuring cup. There's a couple of ideas I can do with this measuring cup. One is I will paint just the bottom of it, the flat part. Let's do that. Cover it up, all up. So there's green on the bottom of it. And then I will just do a stamp. Ooh, that came out pretty cool because it's got kind of a circle on there. And you can see the circle in the stamp. Pretty cool. And then my other idea with this one is I'm gonna paint all around the top edge of it, just on the edge. I'm just gonna lay that down, push down, and oh, Oh, pretty cool. Made a cool shape. You could even like, if you didn't want to be so neat with the stamping, you could just put a bunch of paint on the bottom of that, and then you could just swirl it all around like that. Oh, baby, that's pretty cool. Okay, now let's try this spatula. I'm the most excited about this one, I think. So I want to use orange, but since my paintbrush is already green, let's see, I'm going to use the fork. I'm just going to use that to scoop some of this out and onto the back of the spatula. Spread it all around. Oh yeah, look at that. Orange spatula. And then, let me pull my paper so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to do it right here. I'm just going to lay it down. Pick it back up. Oh, that looks so cool. Do another one. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. And then I'll even try to take it and just like drag it. Ooh, that looks kind of cool too. I'm running out of paint on that one, but that's okay. And then let's see. Last but not least, my last tool is this thing, and I'll do green with this one. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way here. Oh, I forgot I have this cup. Let's do the cup last. So I'm gonna move my paint to the side so I can move my paper so you can actually see the paper. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at all that blank space. So there are some marks here from where I was laying down my paintbrush and the fork and spoon, but that's okay. It just adds to my artwork. So now what I'm going to try is I'm going to paint green on the back of this. So then maybe we could do like a stamp, and then the holes, everything will be green except where the holes are. So let me get my green paint here. Paint all over. Oh, back. Let's see. Oh, it's even filling in some of those holes. We don't want it to fill in the whole hole. All right. That's what it looks like, and let's see what kind of mark it makes. Now, I'm going to press this down, I'm going to go around in a circle because it's not like totally flat, it's curved. So I'm going to press it down and just go around the circle to try to get it all on there. Oh, I got the edges, but I didn't get the middle. So now this time, I'm going to focus on pressing the middle in. Oh, look at that. So now I'm going to try it again. I'm going to see if I can do the edges and the middle all at once. See what happens. Spread that all on there. Some of these holes are a little too full of paint. All right, it's green again. So now I want to try, lay it down, go all around the edge and in the middle. Oh, that's so cool. I'll do that again here and here. Use up some of that paint. Looks pretty cool to me. And then one last thing I'm gonna use is this little cup. You can use any cup for this. Any cup you're allowed to use anyway. And I'm gonna use green again just because I have a green, my paintbrush is already green. I'm gonna do this over here, right where you can see it. So I'm gonna take green on my paintbrush and I'm gonna paint just the top rim of the cup. I get lots of paint on there. Oh yeah. It's got green all over the rim, and then I'm gonna take it and kind of do a stamp. Lay it down, pick it back up, and I have a beautiful circle. Then I can maybe even do another overlapping circle, like that. Maybe add another circle, like that. That's pretty cool. Let's see, let me get some more paint on there. Let's see what will happen if I get a whole bunch of paint on there. And I lay it down like I'm gonna stamp it, but then I drag it a little bit. Let's see. Lay it down like a stamp. I'm gonna drag it. Oh, that looks awesome. That's pretty cool. And then, so I have one shape, one size of circle, but the bottom of the cup has another rim and it's a little smaller. So I'm gonna try painting that rim, and then we'll have some little circles to go with our big circles. Okay. Green all up on there. And I'm gonna just lay that down. Oh, yes, we have a little circle. We have quite enough paint on there. I'm gonna twist it a little bit. Look at that circle. Do another overlapping circle with a bunch of paint. Ooh, lots of paint. Overlapping circle, beautiful. And then I'm gonna try to do the thing where I drag it again, because that was kind of cool before. Lay it down, drag it. That's what it looks like. So, I made it into the garbage can, just so you know. Okay. So this is my finished masterpiece. I have all these different marks from all the different tools. I experimented and I could see which ones were my favorite, and then maybe I want to use one of them to make another beautiful art masterpiece. So which one's my favorite? I think the spatula was my favorite that made this. I really like the cups that made the rings. And let's see. I also like the thingy with all the holes in it that made these marks. And there it is. And the great thing, one of the great things about process art is really, for the parents, it's more, as we've talked about before, it's more about the process of making the art than the actual product of the art. So I'm not gonna keep this. The whole point of it was me doing the activity. The point was not coming up with something that I could hang up. So I don't have to keep this paper. You don't have to keep every single thing. You can, of course you can, because look, if you were my mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or friend or babysitter, you would want to keep this, wouldn't you? Maybe I'll give it to my mom, actually. What a good idea. So, I think that's it for today's Messy Art at Home. I hope that you liked your project. And if you want to send me pictures of your project, you can email it to me. My email address is on the library's website, or you could share it to the library's Facebook page. I would just love to see your projects. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Goodbye.